Alright, what's up guys, Dragonkin here. So I'm talking to a few of my closer libertarian friends right now. And I was having a discussion about the Libertarian Party and the leadership involved. And I just kind of want to do like a small get-together kind of deal. Something to rally behind. So, a few things. First off, the Libertarian Party is really not good at marketing. It's not good at organizing. It's not good at getting people to go out and do anything. There isn't any libertarian that makes people want to go out and vote, makes them want to go out and spread the message. And I think that comes down to a lot of things. So, one, there are some very great libertarians running this year. I would say look at your local ballots. Look into your Libertarian Party for anyone that's libertarian in general. You should be doing this. If you want to get involved, I would definitely contact the people involved, the people in your area. Try and get as many boots on the ground, as they say, and try and do what you can. But the last time the Libertarian Party got behind anyone was really Ron Paul, and we kind of split off into different segments after Ron Paul. We went from, there's a Gary Johnson sign. I don't know what happened. Oh my God, there's a Jill Stein, a Trump, and a Hillary Clinton sign. That's awesome. Sorry, this corner that I just passed, this is a very side rant, but this corner that I pass every single day, it's like people are like destroying signs. So I guess someone went out and got all 4 signs, put them all lined up right across you. Didn't see it this morning. You know, good on them to have all 4 out there and just showing who's all running for the president. Okay, anyway, that was kind of cool. That being said, the Libertarian Party has a very big issue of getting people to back them, getting people out to go vote for them, getting their message across, going out and talking. We're very split on many issues. We have different factions within our own party. There's the true libertarians, we have the left-leaning libertarians, we have the more right-leaning Ron Paul-esque libertarians, we have the social libertarians, we have the anarcho-capitalists, we have the anarchists in general, we got just right-leaning people, more of the constitutional Republicans that aren't fully Republicans, but they aren't really libertarians. Like, we have that entire group kind of surfacing around the Libertarian Party, and we can't nail them down to come out and vote for us. We have like factions of them, and there's an issue of, well, this one doesn't say exactly what I like, so I'm just going to go with a 2-party system again, or this one's going to go and say this. And for this general election, I'm not even going to argue it. Gary Johnson has done a horrible job this election. I'm going to say that as someone who was cheering for him, as someone who really wanted him to do well this time around. He did very badly this time around. He was taking more of a progressive kind of attitude. He was very economically literate with how we want to run our country, but he was very socially illiterate with how people should leave each other alone. He was language policing some people. He was saying how we should be focusing on certain rights and regulations. That truck says Hillary for prison on it. This is a very interesting blog I'm doing. I'm sorry. You know the big trucks that do, like, bread deliveries to, like, small... It's literally had a little sign on it that said Hillary for president. I'm just... This election, man. Oh, my God. Anyway, but what I'm trying to say is that the Libertarian Party just has so many things going on around it. And we can't nail everyone down. We can't get people to just go, okay, here's our candidate. He's not perfect. He's not the best one, but this is what we got. And we also have an issue of how we elect our candidates and how we fundraise for our candidates and all of this other stuff. Like, there is no way that Gary Johnson should have been the Libertarian candidate with the amount of push that Austin Peterson was getting near the end of his campaigning. There is an argument to be made that Johnson should have won because he has name recognition and he was getting out there and getting a lot of things done. But Austin Peterson, by the end of his run, was doing much better than Johnson and seemed to be like someone that actually could have pushed the Libertarian message across. He has a pretty big following still. I would suggest anyone that wants to listen to a lot of Libertarian values, go check out Austin Peterson. He's not perfect either. I disagree with him on many things, but he is definitely much more of a constitutional Libertarian, and I would highly suggest that people check him out. That being said, we have an identity issue with the Libertarian Party. We have very little states that are allowed to vote in the primaries for the Libertarian. I think that should go up to all 50 states, and we should definitely start pushing that across, making people want to go out and register as a Libertarian, making people want to go out and fund as a Libertarian, fundraise, and go out and vote, and go talk to these people, hold bigger rallies in bigger states during their primaries, because the primaries don't matter in the Libertarian Party if only 8 states are part of the primaries. It's ridiculous. Like, the fact that I couldn't go vote for my Libertarian candidate with 4 people on the ballot, even 3 on the ballot for the Libertarian Party, is ridiculous. Our party is just so new and needs so much more guidance. It's like, I really want to support them. I really do. They're great people. They're great people running. It's really hard to go out and get people to vote for this particular party, especially whenever it's underrepresented right now. That being said, we need to get that going. We need to get actual people going. The DNC has a chairperson. The RNC has a chairperson. We don't really have a big cheerleader. We don't have a big group backing the Libertarian Party. We don't have the Libertarian Party being an actual party. We have members, and we have memberships, and we have people going to the rallies, and we kind of have people like running, and it's kind of like this big joke thing. We need organization. If we want to be the party that we say we are, we need to start organizing as a party. We need to start going out and fundraising as a party. We need to start getting people to talk about this all the time. It's not just every 4 years that we can talk about the Libertarian Party. We cannot push the message only every 4 years, because we're just going to be pushed aside. If we aren't pushing every year, every month, like if we aren't trying to go out there and do our best to push this message across, we're going to lose every single election moving forward. And it really does bother me that our party is like this. And there's a reason why I talk to so many libertarians and anarcho-capitalists and and everything else, because all of them are like, I don't see a point of voting. I can't get represented. I can't, like, there's no way that Johnson's going to win. And yes, we still need that 5% threshold for our funding. However, we can't get that 5% threshold if no one's going out to vote, and if you don't get your voters to want to go out and vote. Like, we need to pass that threshold. We need to go out. And I'm not happy to vote for Johnson. I'm probably voting Trump this election because of how bad he did. I honestly think that he was one of the worst picks for the Libertarian candidacy. Does that mean he wasn't, like, if he would have had a fair shot, he might have done a lot better. But I think that he had so many missteps that he doesn't deserve my vote. And with the possibility of a Clinton presidency, I can't throw my vote in this time. But we still need to pass that 5% threshold. And I know that I'm kind of like, shooting myself in the foot by saying I'm not voting for Johnson. But I'm voting Libertarian on down ballot for every single other candidacy that I can. If it's a Libertarian versus a Democrat and Republican, I'm voting the Libertarian. If it's a Republican versus a Democrat, I'm most likely, and I'm saying that because I'm still looking at all the candidates that are going through. I haven't really looked at down ballot that much this year. I've been having a hard time keeping up with everything that's going on, and I'm just missing like a couple people where the Libertarian wasn't running. And I'm going to be voting for most likely the Republican just by what I've seen in my own local area. None of the Republicans here were that horrible, and the Democrats here were pretty bad from what I've read. But that being said, all of that aside, I'm still voting Libertarian down ticket, okay? And we all need to vote Libertarian down ticket. We all need to at least represent those people, unless you see something that is just appalling to you that you can't back. If you are, I don't know any Libertarian that's anti-Second Amendment. Most of them are, if you're a Libertarian, you're most likely more liberal. So, I mean, like, just kind of, you have to pick and choose what you're going to vote for this time around. And that's always going to be the case until we get a full identity as a party. And that's what I'm saying, is we're not going to win many elections until we get a better identity as a party going forward. Okay? That's really the message that I'm getting at. And it's just so infuriating to me that we can't organize the way that the Republicans can. We can't organize the way the Democrats can. Even the Green Party seemed a little bit more organized this year. And, we could be doing so much better than all of those parties if we would just organize, if we would buckle down, and we would just focus on the main issues. If we just focus even on the main issues, even if we disagree on some, and we focus on the main issues of the economy, having a socially conservative, socially liberal attitude, and economically conservative approach to government, we would be doing so much better. If we would just be able to get some Democrats just go, okay, we're going to fix the economy while not infringing on anyone's human rights and anyone's belief systems, and we're not going to be imposing the things that the religious right wants to do. And if we would just look at the conservatives and say, we want the exact same thing with our money as you do, we just want to be more free. We want to have freedom. We want to promote freedom. We don't want to restrict someone's religion. If you're religious, we don't want you to have your religion stripped away through what the Democrats are trying to do. We don't want many of these huge issues between the parties to happen, and we want to start defunding the war to bring down everyone's taxes, to make government cleaner and make it better. Like, it's really the message that we should be pushing out there is not hard. It's a very easy message of just freedom and liberty. We have the easiest job because we have the easiest message to spread, which is we want people to be as free as possible, to do with their money as they please, and to protect the people and the U.S. To protect the people in our own economy while still creating a global open economy and promoting good trade habits and good life habits. Showing what the non-aggression principle is, teaching the non-aggression principle to people. A lot of people don't know what the NAP is. You have to explain it to them. You have to go out and do this. And the fact that we aren't is just so troubling to me, because all it's doing is making us have a harder time electing officials. It's having a harder time getting our rights at the forefront, and right now we're just getting our rights slowly stripped away, and it's going to become harder and harder to get these things back into office. It's going to be so much harder to take away these laws that people have been writing in than to do anything else. And anyway, I gotta end this blog now, but I really I know that I kind of went spastic at one point where I'm just looking around because I'm driving, and I got excited because I saw a Hillary for Prison thing, and I saw all 4 candidate signs. But we need to do a better job at messaging. We need to do a better job at uniting, and we need to grow this party. We need to make this party what it's supposed to be. We need to do our best job, our due diligence, to spread the libertarian message as libertarians. We can grow this party, especially after this election. We have Hillary Clinton in office, who is going to be taking away as many rights as possible. We can get as many Republicans on board with us with that message. We can get a bunch of disenfranchised Republicans that are pissed off at the Republican Party right now. We can get a lot of Democrats that realized how corrupt the Democratic Party was. We can do this right now. We have so much time, but we have to do so much work. Anyway, I'm out. Peace out. Have a great day, everyone.